evening already? Time to kick back and relax then. Let's hang out for a bit.
I hope that doesn't make the music too loud, but I feel like it's kind of quiet. Anyways. Hello, we're back. Alright, we got the music going. Stream is up. Hello, Maestro. Hello, Dark. Welcome back, both of you. We are playing more BN2, of course.
Take it away, operator.
Alright, so the game plan was for tonight, honestly, was for me to just collect battle chips. I'm not gonna go crazy with actually, you know what, let me keep the volume low. I'm gonna have to, my sister's already asleep today, so she was very tired after work today. So the game plan was, I'm supposed to be going to the airport right now in order to get the, what's it called? Oh, look at this. All the guts chips. I'm supposed to be going to the airport right now to do the whole Nutopia arc of the game. But I want to collect battle chips. And I realized that I should probably do that before I get to Nutopia, because once I get to Nutopia, I got all my chips stolen. So I want to make one, maybe even two really strong folders with as many good chips as possible. And since I now have 5 copies of the Gutsman V3 chip, I realized that the best thing I can do is use that chip. I also learned something else, however. Hold on. Here's something I didn't know. I did not realize how important program advances actually are in this game. And I did not realize that I already have access to the Guts Shoot program advance, which does 400 damage. So let's throw that into the folder. I just today realized that I have been playing BN2 very wrong, because the chips in this game do kind of suck. And there's the realization that the game is very reliant on doing this. This game wants you to make program advances. Anyways, my day was pretty good, Dark. Hope you're having a good day as well. Oh yeah, Digimon World Dusk, definitely a good game. Definitely gonna have to replay it at some point. I don't know if I'll play Digimon games on stream though, because I feel like Digimon games take a lot of grinding to play properly, but we'll see. Maybe I will. If I ever do play a Digimon game on stream though, I think the first one I would play is Cyber Salute on stream, and I'll probably be playing sorry, I'll probably play Cyber Salute before the next Digimon Story game comes out. I don't know when that game's coming out though. I don't have to talk about any of this stuff, right? Because this is all just, yeah, none of this is important. So what we're going to do tonight is we're just going to be going around random areas, random comps, some of the more recent ones, and just try to get copies of good chips, honestly. Like, all I gotta do is just S-rank viruses. And that'd be fun. Honestly, yeah, it's probably a good idea to do, like, make YouTube channels when you're younger. I clearly, like, I mean, I made random videos, but it wasn't like actual videos that people would watch. By the time I started actually making YouTube videos, like, I'm already in my 30s, so I'm an old man. Most people that start YouTube channels and they get really successful on them start them when they're like younger, like around high school or early college days. We got Spice. Okay, I do want copies of the Spice chip, but I kind of realized that I don't get Grass Stage until much later in the game unless I get really lucky with chip traders. So the two things I realized about BN2 today, and I don't know why I didn't realize this before, BN2 is very reliant on two things. It's very reliant on program advances to do most of your damage, which I already knew because of Gator, but like I didn't realize that there are other easily available program advances early on in the game. And the other thing I learned or kind of realized is that Chip trading is super important in this game. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do chip trading, unfortunately. Let me see how this program advance even works. Wait, what was the side quest I was doing? I don't even remember what side quest I was doing. Oh, that only hits one target. Okay, good to know. Alright, so we need him to come attack me. Perfect. Was I doing a side quest? I don't remember. If I was doing a side quest, I don't remember what side quest that is. I know I already got access to one of the key datas. Was it the second key data I was supposed to get or something? I don't remember. Battling the guy in... Yes, I need to battle the guy for the gate key. Yes, you're right. I did start that quest. I forgot about that. Thanks for the reminder. I'll make sure to do that as well, which is fine because I honestly kind of want to go to the Yumland area anyways because I want to collect chips. So we'll be on this comp for a little while trying to get as many chips as possible. I do want the spice chip. Spice is one of my favorite chips in Balnark 2 and 3, but I feel like it's so much easier to pull off in Balnark 3. Because Balnark 3 has Grat Stage. In the star code, it has the set green program if you're playing white version and get... oh no, this is gonna miss. The hole got in the way. But yeah, there's, I feel like Spice is a much better chip in Balnark 3. But even in this game, it does share a decent number of codes with the Grass Stage chip. But most of the Grass Stage chips, Grass Stage is either a post-game chip or one that I need to get from... what's it called? I might need to get it from chip trading. So chip trading is going to be really important in this game, which kind of sucks. I don't know. We're going to find out eventually, because I'm going to be throwing it into my folders. I'll just have to... I need ways of setting up grass panels, but once I have ways of setting up grass panels, I'm definitely going to be abusing the spice chip. For now though, Gutsman, a lot of enemies right now are capping out at 100 HP, and so Gutsman with a single attack plus 10 does a lot of damage. Yeah, there, go for it. If that's what you want to do, honestly, if you have information about the game, why not? That was one of the first. That was the first video I made for Mega Man Balnark. Was just a tip video on with advice and tips for newcomers to the series. That was literally one of the first videos I made on this channel. Like one of the first actual major videos. I love that Gutsman can just wipe these. The only thing is, if you do like videos like that like give advice on how to do things in a game, the only thing is that you need to make sure it's not information that's already readily available, or it's something that's like not super obvious or easy to do in the game usually. Because if it's something that people can figure out without a guide, then no one's going to go online to look for your guide. And if it's something that other people have already made a lot of videos on, then people already have that information. Midnight, I literally... What was I saying? I didn't realize this, Midnight. A few days ago, one of your videos from like 14 years ago, I think, popped up on my YouTube homepage. It was one of the top 6 videos in my homepage, and I was like, wait a second, I know this name. And so I watched it. I don't remember. I think it was you going through Black Earth 2 in Balnark 4 with the Dark Mega Man or something. Me watching that video where people are reading from his wiki. Yeah. It's not bad to cover the same information as other people. Like, for example, I kind of realized that I did my videos on the Double Souls when the Legacy Collection came out, only to realize that BlueStar64 had already done videos about that. But people still watch my videos a lot, and I think it's because BlueStar64's videos are like basic information on things, and I would go a little bit more in depth with my videos. And so if you want just like the quick basics on things, you go to BlueStar64, you watch Balnark Academy. If you want like a more in-depth kind of like or opinion-based stuff, you can come to my videos, and I think that's a really good thing. Because then you have, I mean, it's not a bad thing to have multiple sources of information. But if, like, let's say BlueStar64 did his videos and I did my videos exactly the same way as his, then what would be the point of that for either of us? We would just be competing with each other for no reason. Okay. Now this is kind of nice that I'm getting Invis chips in the star code right now. Yeah, literally, like of all the videos that could have popped up, it's just your video, like of you. I'm pretty sure that was the video that I saw. I was watching it at work on what was it? I think it was on Tuesday. I was watching it at work. Yeah, it was 2 days ago. I'm like sitting at work and I was on YouTube and I refreshed the homepage and then I see that video and I was like, oh cool. I was like, yay, more Mega Man Balnark stuff, and I see the name of who put up the video. I was like, Midnight WV4. I was like, wait a second. I know that name. Yeah, that's the one thing, is that Digimon World, that's another thing. It's sometimes harder to it'd be harder to make a YouTube channel about like a game that came out a long time ago. Part of the reason why my videos spiked in popularity 2 years ago was because I was making videos about Mega Man Battle Network, and it was right before, or like right around the time that the Legacy Collection was coming out. And so because of the Legacy Collection coming out at that time, that kind of spiked popularity. It like caused the popularity of the Battle Network games to kind of increase. I used to watch, I know back in the day, I used to watch a lot of Tamias's videos. I used to watch a lot of his like challenge battles and stuff, and I would be like, how the heck is this guy doing all this crap? He was so good at the games. And then in 2020, during the pandemic is when I found N1GP. And I started watching N1GP streams on YouTube, like during my lunch breaks in pandemic times. That was fun. And as soon as the Legacy Collection came out, like, I always knew that I would want to become, like, I always knew I'd want to stream. It was always something that intrigued me and something I always loved playing video games. So ever since I was in like high school and like early college days, I was like, I'm gonna probably, like, whenever I'm living on my own, I'm gonna be streaming video games in my free time. That would be a great hobby for me. Literally, I knew I moved out and finally, like, because I used to live with my parents, and my parents were very strict about not playing a lot of video games, and part of the reason I'm soft-spoken, like, in case it's not obvious, I speak very quietly most of the time. Part of that reason is because I didn't have my own room when I lived with my parents, and so if I was, like, on Discord with friends and stuff like that, my dad would get annoyed with me because he was trying to watch TV in the same room, and he wouldn't be able to hear the TV. And so I definitely did not have an environment where I could become a streamer or a YouTube content creator while I was living with my parents. So when I finally moved out on my own, like a month late, like when I moved out on my own, the first thing I did was I bought my microphone, I got my capture card, like I made sure to spend some money on that stuff so that I could start streaming. And so I started streaming January of 2022, I think it was when I moved. Yeah, January 2022 was when I moved. I did not have my own room when I was growing. I didn't have a room of my own. I slept in the living room when I was living with my parents. We had a 2-bedroom. They had 1 bedroom. My sister had the other bedroom. And I definitely didn't have my own PC. I only had a laptop back then. Now I have my own PC. I built my PC. Literally, when I started streaming, so I moved out of my parents' apartment in December of 2022 because they were planning on going back to Europe, and they were just waiting for me and my sister to get situated. And so that was when I got my first like real job. And so I was able to afford getting an apartment of my own and all that good stuff. Oh god, the bubble didn't explode. So December 2022, me and my sister moved out into our own apartment. So now we each have our own bedroom. I finally have my own bedroom. I didn't get a PC right away. I was streaming off my laptop for a few months. January, February, and March of 2023 is when I started like streaming, and I was streaming off of my laptop. And then in April for spring break, I built my PC. Yeah, 12 years ago I had videos about like 12 years ago is when I was in college. I didn't like really get to make a lot of videos. The only thing I did was like a Pokemon Emerald Let's Play a long time ago, which obviously not a lot of people watched an Emerald Let's Play back in like 2010, 2011. And then I think I did like a few other random things, a couple Pokemon things. I know I did a video on a few videos of like me playing Mega Man Extreme 2, some of the stages, stuff like that. I can see a Digimon channel being popular, honestly. Digimon's always been pretty popular. Especially now, I feel like Digimon is like starting to like do more recently. Well, the thing is that Extreme 2 was one of the games I actually owned as a kid, and so I was like, yeah, I could just record myself playing Mega Man Extreme 2. And the funny thing is that back then I didn't... Listen, I am like very tech illiterate. And so back then when I recorded like my gameplay of that game, the way I did it was I just went into VBA, and VBA had a record button, and I used that. That's how I recorded those videos. It's probably why they look terrible. Nowadays I have a capture card and OPS and all that stuff. The only thing I don't have that I kind of wish I had is 3DS with a capture card on it. I know you could send it to people, like I know it's possible to get a capture card installed on a 3DS, but it costs money. And I don't have money at the moment. He tried healing, I saw it. He went for to recover that virus. I don't really know if I guess right now what I'm looking for is Invis 2 star code, because that would be actually really helpful against Thunderman in the upcoming segment. Yeah, but Digimon does have... It has an anime coming out. I think there's a Digimon anime that's related to its card game right now. Or it's either out already or it's supposed to come out later this year. Because you guys remember, like, I think this year is the 25th anniversary of Digimon, or 30th anniversary or something big. So there's a lot going on with Digimon this week. Or not this week, this year. So they have a new anime coming out. They have the Digimon card game coming out as a video game. I adulted. Yes, unfortunately I did adult. I hate it. It sucks. Take me back. Take me back to the days when I was a child and I didn't have to worry about income and taxes and paying rent and all this garbage. Music covers is always popular, so no surprises there. That's what I should do. Check. I'm gonna have to eventually figure out how long Invis lasts in each game, because that's 100% going to be one of my network evolution videos. Invis existed in every single game in the series from beginning to end. I'm pretty sure it was in Battle Network 1. And the virus was in Battle Networks 2 and 3. Because the virus is interesting because the Invis virus, the spooky viruses, they don't just drop. It's not just what's it called? It's not just Invis that they drop. They also drop recover chips. Okay, I think I have more than enough Invis 2 right now in Star Code. Probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. They tend to do that a lot, where they base it off of like the moderate chip. Like I'm pretty sure, I'm not 100% certain, but I get the feeling that air hockey in Battle Network 5 was just based off of the air hockey 2 chip from 4, most likely, stuff like that. So apparently, I learned something about these guys. Apparently, the only chip code that you could get Satellite 1 in is the G code. Apparently, no other codes for that chip drop from viruses, at least according to Rockman EXE Zone. So if EXE Zone is correct, then that's kind of nuts. I also need to make sure to somewhat drop my Buster, or I have to drop my HP at some point while collecting chips, because apparently in this game, the way that chip code drops are determined is not just by the rank of the deletion, but also by how much health you have. This game has a lot of really weird quirks, I'm kind of starting to realize. Like just now, I got an S rank and it dropped Spice A. If I want to get other codes, I might have to have like less than full HP, for example. But I know I haven't fought every virus yet that's available. Oh, I hit the A button and it didn't work. I love when that happened. Is it specifically Invis for Shadow Style? I guess yeah. It probably is, because if you use Guard, you probably get you would probably get Shield Style. I'm actually doing a run of Battle Network 3 on my Switch right now. I'm trying to play Battle Network 3 while using not only using it, but I'm gonna try to use Ground Style throughout the run. I already bought 3 copies of the Grass Stage chip. Apparently, I know the shops are actually different in Battle Network 3. Depending on which version you're playing, the shops have completely different stuff in them. So I think that the first shop, if you're playing blue version, I think you actually get what's it called? If you're playing blue version, you get I think area grabs in Star Code from the ACDC area shop. But if you're playing white version, you could get like something else. I don't remember what it was. One of the shops that's different, also the prominent one, is that in white version, because white version is the game that had Ground Style, they needed to make sure that you have access to chips that affect panels. And so if you're playing white version, the ACDC Square shop has 3 copies of Grass Stage in the Star Code, and I'm like, hello? That's kind of overpowered, is it not? That just enables fire folders, and it enables any fire folder, and it enables the spice chip as soon as you get it. And I'm like, that's a little overtuned, isn't it? But apparently that's okay for this game. Oh, I did it too early. I did not do much damage there. Oh, hey, look. Fire plus 40. I feel like part of the reason that they did EX viruses in Battle Networks 4, 5, and 6 was because having EX viruses allowed them to have 2 versions of a version of a level 1 virus, and then having 2 versions of that virus meant that they could split up the chip codes according to whether it's the standard or EX version of the virus, which is what they did. Like Balrog 4, for example, some of the chips that you could get in star code from virus fights, you only get from the EX level viruses. Like Guard 1 Star, for example, you can't get it unless you S rank a Metar EX. Or the Boomer Star virus, same thing, you can't get it from the Boomer virus, you get it from the Boomer EX virus, stuff like that. This is, I would say that this is an annoying fight, but actually kind of not. This is an instant win if you just use Heat Shot, because these things are wood element and they're standing on a grass panel, so the Heat Shot does quadruple damage. Poison Mask and W is good, we want that. I'm gonna be honest, the reason I realized today that this game requires chip trading in order to really make good folders is because I was doing 2 things today. The first thing I did was I was looking at Rockman EXE Zone. Rockman EXE Zone tells you where to get every chip and every code and where to get each chip of that code, and the number of times that page says trader only was kind of ridiculous. That's the first thing. The second thing is that I went on GameFAQs. Here's something I haven't done in a long time. I went on GameFAQs and I was looking at the renowned folder facts for Balrog 2, and that's when I realized, oh my god, every single one of these folders has like 3 copies of 2 separate program advances. I guess this game is very reliant on program advances. Yeah, I think the whole point, I think the reason that they put Grass Stage Star at the very beginning of Balrog 3 white version specifically was because they wanted you to figure out that if you use it, you could get ground style. That's what they wanted, they just wanted you to be able to get ground style. I actually thought of something earlier today relating to the folders on renowned folder faxes from back in from 15 to 20 years ago. The renowned folder faxes like 20 years ago sounded so good on paper, and I'm kind of realizing now that those folders are actually so bad. And I'm not even trying to insult the people that came up with the folders, because they were good folders at first. It's just that with the benefit of hindsight, we now know how to make an actual good folder, and that just wasn't it. I can't believe I dodged that. Like one of the folders, and it was saying that it was the first folder on the renowned folder packs for Balrog 2. It had 5 copies of Gator, which understandable, and 3 copies, or I think, yeah, 2 or 3 copies of Life Sword 3, and I was just like, that's great and all, you clearly have tons of damage in the folder, but A, this is not a PvP folder, because if your opponents use Shadow or Stone Body, you're just never going to damage them. And B, even if you're using this outside of PvP, your folder is going to be so clogged up with pieces of a program advance, and it's going to be very difficult for you to find the actual program advance. And so it's so funny because you'll look at the facts and it's just like, this folder is so strong, it does so much damage, it works so fast, and in reality, that folder would not be that great. Ultimate fanfiction having 99 of every chip code. Oh my god, I did that once in Balrog 4. I did that one time in Balrog 4 where I gave myself 99 of every chip, and honestly, worth it. I'm gonna do it in Cybex Gregor. I have that physical cartridge that I bought over the summer of Gregor. I'm gonna play through the game normally, and then the next time we have one of our New York City Mega Man Balrog meetups, I'm gonna have them just inject a save file onto that cartridge after I actually clear out the game myself. Honestly, I'll be real. I'm kind of happy about getting the G-Bomb chip, especially since I have bubblers to go with it. Tree bomb, all it does is it throws a seed, like a bomb, 3 stars forward, and then if you hit it with a water chip, it like does wood tower basically. But usually I don't have tree bomb and aqua type chips in the same code, but now I have tree bomb and bubbler. Prism glitch? Oh my god, dude, I want to make folders using Prism so badly. One of the other folders actually on the Renown folder packs today, it was called, apparently the combo was called Meteoric Hell. You panel lock your opponents when they're on a single panel, then you use meteors with 4 of these. And so it does 6,200 damage if there's also a grass panel. And I'm just like, why would you don't have to do 6,200 damage ever in this game. That's just overkill for no reason. Posture check, okay. Fine, I'll posture check. At least for a few minutes. I will keep good posture for a few minutes. Until I forget and start slouching like the gremlin that I am again. Oh boy, puffball. Balnor 2 meters is... Balnor 2 and 3 meters is wild. That's how I beat Serenade in Balnor 3. That's one of the ways I beat Serenade in Balnor 3. The first time I beat Serenade, I used an actual folder. I think I probably used my E-code folder against Serenade the first time I fought her. But of course I did panel lock her because I did know going into the battle against Serenade that if you panel lock her that she could not reflect your attacks anymore. And so I made it a priority to just area grab her a bunch. Yeah, Balnor 2 Meteor is the chip that's PvP only and has a 1% chance of getting. That's exactly the one that this folder was based around. I will say this. I do not plan on ever making folder decoder videos and including those kinds of chips, ever. I think it's unfair for me to make a folder decoder video and then having chips that are only available by playing PvP against people, because most people won't be able to do that. Same goes for Balnor 4. I'm almost never going to include the secret chips from Balnor 4 that you get from the free tournament chips. Don't plan on actually including them in folder decoder episodes. If I ever do make a folder that requires those chips, I would add it in the disclaimer that, hey, this folder might not be available to everyone. I already knew everything about Serenade going into that fight. By the time I finally played, I was already a veteran of the Balnor series by the time I played 3. Or like by the time I fully played 3, I should say, because technically Balnor 3 is the first game in the series that I played, but I played it because going on a field trip in elementary school, someone brought their Game Boy Advance. We went on a field trip. So I live in New York City. We went on a field trip to Cape Cod in Connecticut, which is like an hour and a half away or 2 hours away or whatever it is. And so this one kid went on the trip and he brought his Game Boy with him and he had Balnor 3 because this was back in 2003. I was in 5th grade in 2003. I am dating myself. I'm letting you guys know how old I am. And so I saw that I already knew who Mega Man was. I didn't have a lot of Mega Man games, but I did know who Mega Man is, and I saw it and I was like, oh cool, Mega Man, can I play? And this kid just let me play his copy of Balnor 3. He was in the post game. He had the time trials available. I was fighting the time trials with rental folders as my first time ever playing the Balnor games. Did I win? Absolutely not. I got obliterated, but I had fun doing it, and that's what got me into the Balnor series. So then in 2003, before I started middle school, or around the time I started middle school, I was at one of the toy stores from back then. It was like KB Toy, what was it, KB Toys or EB, whatever it was called. One of those toy stores that also had video games in it. Maybe I was at a video game store of some sort. I don't remember. But I see Mega Man Battle Network 4, and I was like, oh, cool. This must be a newer version of the game. I'll buy that one. And that's how I ended up buying my first Battle Network game. and it was history from then. So I literally have been playing Valorant games since like 2003. I am 33, which means I am indeed a fossil. I'm as ancient as the fossil Pokemon. I am now closer to the age of 50 than I am to the age of being newborn, and that makes me sad. I'm also closer to the age of 60 than I am to the age of 0, which also makes me sad. Oh, I watched the crap out of the NT Warrior anime. I used to rush home from middle school so I could watch the anime. And then they never even finished it. They never even dubbed all of it, so we never even actually got to watch all of it. It's so sad. Okay, I'm getting... Oh, I have a lot of these meteor chips now. Alright, I think I should probably start dropping my HP a little bit. Although I don't have a lot of double needles. I don't know if I had a lot of 4 tree bombs and 3 bubblers. I guess it's fine for now. Maybe I should stop lowering my HP or start dropping my HP on purpose. My max is 320, so what's... I need to figure out... I just figured out the easiest math actually. If my health is 320, a quarter of that would be 240. Wait. Yeah, 240 is 3/4 of my health. I could do that. Balnarix 1 and 2 are for the story, but also Balnarix 2 is just a fun game. Balnarix 3 is, in my opinion, the best in the series, but Balnarix 4, 5, and 6 are the most replayable ones in my opinion. I love Balnarix 3, but my issue with Balnarix 3, and it's probably the only issue I really have with it, was that the style system kind of elongates the game unnecessarily. By which I mean... How do I put this? The problem with the style system is that if I want to change styles, which sometimes you really do need to do in Balnarix 3, but in order to change my style, you need to fight, what, 100 viruses? So the problem is that, let's say I'm in custom style, and now I want to do the post game. In order to do post game, I need to have brother style in order to get the version 4 Navi chips, and I think that's the problem. The fact that you need to have that style in order to get those chips is kind of annoying because it forces you to switch into team style in order to get the chips. And then after that, you can switch back if you want to. Or if I want to run a strategy that uses ground style, I would have to switch from ground style. Like, I would have to, like, let's say play the game with ground style, then switch to team style, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot. It's excessive. Did I watch the movie with Nebula Gray? I think I watched it. I didn't watch it like when it was actually out. I watched it online years later. I watched it. I'm pretty sure I watched it subbed online, but that was a long time ago. Hello, Oscar Mike. We are doing well tonight. Just here, just chilling, collecting some battle chips before we move on to Natopia. Whenever I play this game, I always rush into going to Natopia, and then I always feel like my folder is super weak and not good enough to clear Natopia. So I'm just trying to make sure that I actually have good chips. I did not see what chip I just got. Oh, I got Spice into A code. Spice into A code actually kind of sucks because there is no way of setting grass panels with the A code. Unless I get really lucky and end up pulling, I would need to get Grass Stage Star from... I need to get Grass Stage Star from chip traders later on. I found out that chip trading is actually super important in this game. I'm gonna try to collect battle chips and do chip trading and stuff off screen in this game. Because I do plan on using this as my actual save file for like folder decoders and stuff in the future. I was already doing that technically. Waffle topped with margarine. I don't even know how to pronounce those to be honest. I'm not the most adventurous with foods. I'm a very picky eater. I mean, I do know what margarine is, of course, and I know what waffles are. I love Eggo waffles. That is a good anime to start with. If your first anime ever was Digimon Adventures 1, you started off with a really good anime. I love Adventures. Both seasons. Both seasons. Honestly, I never watched any Digimon after, I watched seasons 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. I love when my Buster rank is plummeting because I'm walking around. The number of steps you take in a fight actually determines your, like, is part of what determines your Buster rank, which is kind of nuts. Oh, it is Eggo waffles? I thought when you said that you had were eating waffles with a bunch of toppings, I thought you meant like that you actually made your own waffles. I didn't actually think you were talking about Eggo waffles. Oh, they probably did anticipate people using chip traders to extend playtime. See, there are times, and by times I mean always, I wish that I had, you know, experience with like coding and whatnot, because if I had the experience with like coding games and all that good stuff, I would have forever ago actually just made it so that like I would have like done ROM hacks of Valorant games. I've always wanted to do ROM hacks of Valorant 3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, and 6 specifically. I've wanted to do especially ROM hacks on 4 and 5 before. Because I've always wanted to change the double souls. I've always wanted to, like, if I knew how to do ROM hacking, I would go into 4 and 5 and just start making changes to the double souls to make all of them stronger. Not like all of them, but the ones that need a little bit of help, I would do something to make them stronger. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do that. The other thing I would do, though, if I was a ROM hacker and knew how to actually make changes to ROMs, I think it would be awesome if someone did this. I don't know if they can. I don't know if anyone actually can do this or not. I think it would be really nice if the chip traders, if the way they worked, instead of you put in 3 chips and you get a random chip, how awesome would it be if you could put in any 3 chips and in exchange you get whatever chip you want that's available in that trader. Oh, I'm gonna miss the spooky virus here. I'll get a double delete though. He missed me. This kind of sucks. I can't really hit this virus. I can do that though. I can't even make sandwiches consistently. I mean, when I make a sandwich, I'm just making myself ham and cheese. You had Braveheart as a kid, you spoiled bastard. I wish I had Braveheart when I was a kid. That song goes hard. That was some impeccable timing. Not even PB&J. I love peanut butter. I don't like jelly. So I would never do PB&J. I make peanut butter sandwiches at night every so often. Sometimes when I'm done streaming, honestly. Like, literally, I've had nights where like I'm done with the stream and I just feel hungry. So I'm like, all right, go to the kitchen, grab some peanut butter. How do we do this? I don't really have a way of double deleting these guys, so we're just gonna have to do it this way. There we go. What do you mean blasphemy? I told you guys I'm a pretty picky eater. I don't like a lot of like sauces and stuff. I don't like consistency on a lot of foods, but there's also some foods that like just the taste of them I don't like much. Alright, here's what we do here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but it'll be funny if it does. My go-to is a slice of bread, a jar of peanut butter, and a spoon. Mood. Oh my god, I missed. Does this go through the rock? It does not go through the rock. I was gonna miss anyways then. Yes, right. Stand on the grass. Good job. Digimon Adventures 1 was something special, honestly. It's just a shame that us poor children in the United States never got Braveheart. Braveheart is such a good song. That's one of the songs I listen to on repeat these days. That's a double delete. I don't remember how old I was when Digimon Adventures came out, but no network. We don't need this. Get out of here. I must have been late in elementary school. I was probably I think it was around the same time that Pokemon started becoming popular in the United States. I think in the US, Pokemon really started becoming a thing in 2000 and... No, not 2000. 1998 or 1999. 1999, I think, is when Pokemon really started picking up popularity in the US. It was not immediate. Which chip are you grinding for right now? Yes. I'm not looking for anything specific right now. I'm up to the part of the game where... Okay, I thought that's not what I thought was gonna happen. I'm up to the part of the game where basically what I'm supposed to be doing right now is going to Netopia, and I'm gonna have my chips stolen from me, and I don't want my chips to get stolen from me. Or at least what I'm doing is I'm just making it so that when my chips get stolen, I have a bunch of good backups. I want to have 2 strong folders already so that I don't struggle as much with the Netopia section. Because usually what I do when I play this game, I usually rush through the game without collecting chips, without grinding, without using chip traders or anything like that. And then I go to Netopia with some really weak garbage folders, and then my chips get stolen from me, and then I cry. Because Thunderman just obliterates me. Go, Gutsman, get them all. Did I get Silver Fist? No. Did I? Hey, it's another Invis 2. I finally have 5 of them now. So I have 5 heat shots, 5 dash attacks, 5 Gutsman V3, 3 guards just because of the program advance, 5 Invis 2 because Invis 2 is good, and a bunch of buff up chips. So like right now this folder is pretty decent. If I wanted to make a second folder, let's look at what I actually have here. Sorry guys, I don't think I'm gonna be using the the escape chip anytime soon. I do have access to a life sword, but I only have one sword A, so I don't want to do that. I could use airman, but whatever. I could do like a B code folder right now. I have tree bombs and bubblers and a single heat shot, and I have dash attacks. Oh my god, hold on guys. Hold on guys, give me a few minutes. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's see. I don't know what else I could really do with a folder. I guess there's a lot of C code chips I could use. Oh, I do have access to cut. Man, I only have one copy of it, though. I don't know what other chip codes I have right now that are any good other than G code, ironically. I don't want to do 2 G code folders, though. That would be stupid. I could do L code, I guess, actually. Since I do have access to a life sword in there, and if I do need a second code, however. I Like, do maybe R code? And there's not really much in R code. I almost want to do S code. I do have the Meteors chip, Poison Mask, Aerogram, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't have a lot of good chip codes right now, unfortunately. So I can't really make a second folder at the moment. Uh-oh. Now I'm being forced into making a second one. I did not know that Airman could hit 2 times. I found that out earlier this week when I used it and accidentally ended up hitting one of my enemies, like one of the navies or viruses or whatever. I hit them twice. And I was like, wait a second. This chip hits 2 times in the column in front of you? I had zero idea. Never knew that. Absolutely had no idea about that. It was the craziest thing when I found out. Let's just do S code, I guess, for now. Area grab, and then I still need 3 more chips, so I can do like fire blades, I guess. We're not gonna actually use that folder, no. Alright, Dark. Have a good night. There's a free silver fist? I don't even know where to get it, honestly. Get money. Alright, let me drop my health a little bit and see if I could get different chip codes. It's so hard for me to intentionally take damage in these games though. Alright, Puppy, do the worst you can. Yeah, I think the same thing, honestly. Alright, so I said my health needed to be at 240, I think I said. Oh, I forgot the area grab you. That's funny. Because my max HP is 320, so 80 is a quarter of that. So 80, 660, 240. Yeah. So right now my health is between 25 and 75%. Apparently your health needs to be between 25 and 75% in order to get some chips. Some codes. So I didn't even know this. This game had a really weird way of determining which chip codes were available to you. Instead of it's not just based on your rank. It's also based on how much health you have at the end of the fight. So there's low health, medium health, and high health. Low is less than 25%. Medium is between 25 and 75%, and high is anything higher than 75%, and that changes which chip codes you get from virus drops, which is so weird to me. That makes it that's so weird, especially since you're usually rewarded for not taking damage by getting S ranks. Low health, but if you get a heal, yeah, that too. So like now I got Tree Bomb G, which I was not getting earlier. Which, ironically, I could fit into my current folder if I wanted to. That's just so weird to me. Because, like, I feel like nowhere in the game does it tell you that if your health is lower, you'll get different chips. Also, getting 7 ranks sometimes, like 5 to 7 ranks oftentimes gives you different chip codes as well, but I also am more likely to get semis at that point. Alright, let's see what chip code Spice comes in now. Hopefully it's one that's useful. Oh, never mind, we get Bubbler H. Which, that's funny, it looks like a lot of the Tree Bomb chips and Bubbler chips actually have... It looks like Tree Bomb and Bubbler have a lot of shared codes between them, which is pretty interesting. Also, I totally forgot about this, but I'm also leveling up my styles for free right now. Totally forgot that that's how styles work. Bomb G, that's cool with me. I'll take it. Spoopy. It's the spoopy virus. Come at me, bro. There we go. Nice and easy. Yeah, now I get recover 50 all of a sudden instead of getting invis. There's a lot of G-code chips in this game. I feel like they really wanted to push players towards using G-code folders in this game. Oh, I missed. I was trying to hit both of them. There probably is a hint on the BBS boards, but nobody reads those. Oh my god. Well, my health's dropping a lot now. Nah, I'm still above. I think my health is still in a good range, though. As long as my health doesn't drop below 80, I'm in middle range. I love that if you just use 2 Gutsman chips in a row, it just breaks all your opponent's panels. I was fighting a virus that got X chip. Reply post. I had a rough day and bumped to one of those when I was already weak. I still won but got Z chip. Probably. Probably exactly what it is. Oh, we still got the Invis chip in Star Code. Oh, probably because I S-ranked it though. Maybe I'm not supposed to get S-ranks as well? But it's, look, my folder is designed to get S-ranks. How can I not do it? Oh, hold on. Already leveled up. Oh boy. My heat style is a higher level now. How wonderful. Leveling up the style in this game doesn't do anything though, it just increases the damage of the charge attack. Whereas in Balnark 3, leveling it up actually gives you Navi Customizer perks. So it's a lot better to do it in Balnark 3. I'm probably getting Team Style next? Probably. I would take it. I'm not against it. Having 8 copies of Navi chips? 4 copies of Toadman V3 and 4 copies of Thunderman V3? Heck yeah. I'm all for it. We're gonna try to not get an S rank here and see what happens. Throw me, Gutsman. Recover 80. Okay, thanks game. It's not like I wanted to see what chip code spice came in at that point. Don't forget, guys, I also still have to fight against, I have to fight Magnet Man at the end of the next scenario as well. So I have all of the Notopia shenaniganry, which requires me to fight Thunderman and Snake Man. Then I have to fight Nightman, and then on my way back home, I have to fight Magnet Man. Definitely not too many shenanigans going on at once. Perfect. Don't forget to have a guard star in your folder. Yeah. That's why I'm keeping them in here for now. I might use the G-code folder, but I want to make a second semi-competent folder so that I'm not overly reliant on the G-code folder. I did play Balnor 2 recently on my Switch. I was playing Balnor 2 on my Switch so that I could use gospel duplications, and this was back in, I want to say maybe October or November of this year. Of last year rather, is when I was playing Balnor 2, and the folder that I had when I was up to Netopia was just so weak. Which is a major reason why I'm doing this now. Don't drop money, I want battle chips. I actually have a decent amount of money now. I started at like 23,000 zennies, so I have 40,000. And I've only been playing for, what, about an hour? I think. Let me see. Yeah, I've been on for an hour and 11 minutes. Not all of that was spent playing the game. I have no idea how much damage my flamethrower does now. Okay, meters C. Also, Netopia, another important thing about it is that Netopia has a, what's it called? Chip trader. And apparently it's the first, like, good chip trader in the game. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Balnor 2 does have some interesting chips. Balnor 2 has some interesting program advances, some good chips overall. But the problem with Balnor 2 is that if you rush through it, because of the weird way that chips are distributed and how many chips are like only available through chip trader, like there are so many chip codes where if you're not using the chip trader, you don't get the codes, and that's one of the major problems in my opinion with this game. Oh, I missed. Which is a major reason why I'm slowing down this time. The whole point is that the reason I'm playing Balnor 2 right now is because I do need to record cutscenes for a video I plan on making in the future. But I don't need to rush to get to cutscenes. I could do it nice and slow. I'm not in a rush to do it. And I really have nothing else to stream. A couple weeks from now, I'm gonna have to do the Wood Soul challenge for Balnor 4. But other than that, I'm not really, you know, I don't have much to stream. So I'm gonna be playing more casual runs of Balnor games for the next few months. I plan on doing, in May, I'm probably gonna do the X and Zero series. Because I love those games. Those are excellent games. I'm gonna go back to Yumland area and see what viruses are available there. Maybe I end up fighting Cutman by mistake a few times. Dark Soul run will be after I finish every other Double Soul, which will probably be, okay, we're in April right now and I'm doing Wood Soul in April. So May is going to be Search Soul. June is going to be is going to be Junk Soul, I think, and then all that's going to be left after that is Wind Soul would be July, so August. August is probably when I'm doing the Dark Soul run. I already know which save file I'm going to do that on. I have a save file of Red Sun that I was playing over the summer that I'm up to I'm in the second playthrough. I'm up to the end of it, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that save file for my Dark Soul run. So I already have access to all the chips I would need for a Dark Soul run, and I already have access to Dark Chips right away. Spice comes in Q code, okay. I don't know how good that is. I kind of want to leave this comp now and start going to other areas. I'm pretty hyped about that one too, honestly. I can't wait to do the, oh, I'm not yet strength, but whatever. Yeah, Bubbler H actually is not terrible because that gives me, Bubbler and Tree Bomb won't come in H code as well. They share so many codes. I'm definitely looking forward to the Dark Soul run because I've never actually done a Dark Soul playthrough of 4 or 5. So it will be the first time I do it. So I'm looking forward to how it goes. I will not care about how much health I lose. I will let my health drop to the lowest possible with no issues. Spice C. Did I have that already? I did. Do I have every code of it already? I have Spice in A, C, Q, and T. The Spice virus is a QT. Unhealthy powder on all grass. That's an interesting explanation of the chip and what it does. Missing G? Oh, go figure. Yeah, I wonder how you get that one. I wonder if it's even available. There was a lot of chip codes that just aren't available in this game, apparently. Oh my god, I put that invis up just in time. Oh, I just had a big sneeze. I muted my mic just in time. It is a miracle that it mentioned that. Can you guys imagine if it didn't tell you on the chip's explanation about water for the tree bomb and you just throw it and you're just like, what is this garbage chip? And then no one ends up using it when they get older. Oh, you have to be low HP for G code? That means my health has to be less than a quarter. I would have to be in red health. For me, that would mean my HP has to be less than 80. Right now, I'm in medium health. It's so weird because in this game, both the Buster rank and your HP totals determine which chip you get. So sometimes if you S rank a chip, it doesn't matter. Like if some viruses, no matter what health you're at, if you S rank, you could get a specific code. Other times you need to like both be at a specific health and get lower what's it called, and have lower Buster ranks. I missed. That's fine. Oh boy. Alright, I think we're done with this area. What is this guy doing? Oh my god. I don't even know what viruses were available in the earlier areas. I can't jack into that one, I have to go to the other one. This is the one you can jack into. This is Mother Computer 1. Let's see what's here. Oh, there's swordy viruses here. Hold on, that's kind of helpful, actually. That might be able to get me, sword chips that I need for life swords. Yep. Longsword. Life sword comes in A, L, and Y codes in this game. No S code, unfortunately. Met 2s? What do these guys give me? Yeah, it's completely different viruses in these two different areas. Oh, Sonic Wave comes in E code. Okay. E code's not bad in this game. Area Grab comes in E code. I think I bought all the area grabs in E code. And Elect Sword comes in E code, but I just couldn't buy it yet. S ranks. I think it should be. Unless I took too many steps. 10 rank. Yeah, that's fine. Aqua Sword A. That's really good. You know what sucks about area grab in this game, guys? Is that I think the only ones available without using the chip trader are Area Grab A. Sorry, not A. Area Grab E is available in a shop. And then other than that, the only one that's available, from what I've seen, is the Area Grab Star that you get in the late game. Hold on, hold on. We shooting. Come on. We can do it. Got to shoot, go. Nice. Very good. VJ. Okay. J code's not bad. I saw a lot of chips in J code in this game. Alright, these guys I need to see what happens if I don't S rank them now. I just want him dead, because he scares me. Also, they can area grab, so... See? They area grab. Element Sword is not in this game. Because Bamboo Sword is not in this game. This game has... Oh, I missed a mystery data. Oh, I missed an HP memory. Well, shame on me for that. It's a good thing I came back here. Anyways, no, there is no Element Sword PA. That one is exclusive to Battle Network 3, as far as I know. I don't think it's in 6 either. This game has only Fire, Aqua, and Elect Sword, which are the same as they were in Battle Network 3, where they hit wide sword range. But it also has, this game has, I will show them to you actually, Fire, Aqua, and Elect Blade chips, which do 90 damage and hit 2 squares ahead of you, just like Longsword. So this game, instead of having Element Sword as program advance, Battle Network 2 has 3 life swords. Life Sword 1 is just a regular life sword, where it's sword, wide sword, longsword, nothing crazy. Life Sword 2 is actually Fire Sword, Aqua Sword, Elect Sword, and then Life Sword 3 is Fire Blade, Aqua Blade, Elect Blade. Life Sword 1 does 400 damage as always, Life Sword 2 does 500 damage, and Life Sword 3 does 600 damage and is a really good post-game folder. Another fun thing about Life Sword 3 in this game is that the Fire, Aqua, and Elect Blade chips, all of them come in... This is how much damage this is, 100. That's okay. All of the Fire, Aqua, and Elect Blade chips all come in a star code in post game. You can buy them, or not buy them, you could get them in the star code in the post game area. Yeah, so Life Sword 3, if you go into the first post-game area, World 3, Area 1, green mystery data is drop Fire, Aqua, and Elect Blade all into Star Code, and in this game, This is the nice thing about this game. You can save scum on, you can actually save scum mystery datas, green mystery datas, by saving in front of them. So you could just keep re-rolling until you get the chips that you need, and you could have Life Sword 3, which does 600 damage, in star code, which means you could just splash it into whatever folder you feel like. Which does mean that the strength of folders, folders always get stronger in post-game, but in this game more so than others, the strength of the folder really ramps up in the post-game. Okay, so my flamethrower does 70 damage. I thought I was going to do 80. Fire Sword F. Not bad to get the sword chips, though. The, like, element sword chips. Oh, hold on. Program Advance. We got our Guts Shoot. 400 free damage. Don't mind if I do. This is part of the problem. I didn't realize that that program advance is available so early on in this game, which is why I never really used it while playing through the game. Now that I know that I could use that game, like that program advance, I feel like just having that one program advance is going to make the Natopia segment of the game so much easier. It was moving. That's okay. I need to drop my HP a bit anyways. Yeah, there's still useless program advances in this game, but there's definitely more good program advances in this game than there were in Battle 1. There was no Life Sword did not exist in Battle 1. You know, if you throw together sword, wide sword, long sword, the program advance was that you go invis, and then you get to use 2 swords, 2 wide swords, and 2 long swords within 5 seconds span. It was the most useless, stupid program advance ever. I don't know how anyone at Capcom ever thought that that was going to be acceptable. It wasn't until this game that we got Life Sword, as it is for the rest of the series. And then in Ballarix 3 and 4, you get 4 copies. Well, in this game too. Ballarix 2, 3, and 4, you get as many copies of program advances as you have copies of the chips in your folder. So you can use 5 copies of Life Sword in this game. Yeah, anime had. Yeah, well, the anime had actual Life Sword, Dream Sword, it was called. Which technically like wasn't the same as in a video game. It was just like a projectile, a long range projectile basically. Look at all those cracked panels. Oh boy, money. I definitely wanted to get money right now. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. I am home, but usually when I'm home on the weekends, I like to spend that time with my girlfriend. So I don't think I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, guys. I will be back on Sunday, which means that we will be doing all the Natopia shenaniganry on Sunday. That's going to be fun to deal with. Please give me Aqua Sword. No, I don't want money. I don't know if there's any chips I really need in this section of the game. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of not great to use sword chips in Natopia because Thunderman and Snake Man both are back row campers, or back column campers. Yeah, I usually use my weekends to chill. I'm gonna have to use this weekend to record footage for next week's video now. I am doing a Pokemon video next week, and I don't have any footage of the things I'm talking about in that video. So I'm gonna have to record for that. Actually, Oscar Darren, this game, guttural viruses actually exist in Balnark too. I think. I'm pretty sure. But they only appear in the post-game areas. Which is exactly the same as Balnark 3, actually. Okay, my health might be too low now. Not too low, but... They are interesting viruses. The Aquasword comes in W code. That's an interesting one. Slam. Dude, Gutsman Chip was so good in Balnark 2 and 3. And then they just guttered it in Balnark 4 and made it so awkward in Balnark 4. It doesn't even clear out viruses anymore in that game. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can do a lot of damage in that game, but it usually doesn't. Which is so sad. I just predicted that the Spiky was going to go to the bottom. Heat V and Decode. Hey, that's the Balnark 4 chip that I love getting from Mystery Datas. It can hit twice in Balnark 4, that is true, but it can only hit one target twice. This is a much better chip. Look at this. It just hits everything. Aquasword comes in H code. I might try to do an H code folder in this game because the grass stage that you could get later on from a mystery data, which means you could use gospel duplication on it, is grass stage in H code. And then I realized that Heatman, whose name starts with H, also comes in H code. And so now I have an idea for a Heatman folder. Hey, J-Does. Sonic Wave S! Very nice. Yeah, virus chips in Balnark 3 were pretty fun. I liked using them. Perfect. I don't think I'm going to do it in folder decoder. What I might do is when I get to the end of this playthrough, I will make a very short video that just details gospel duping and how it works and like some of the valuable items that you can duplicate with it. I do plan on doing gospel duplication as a video, but not until probably when I get to the end of this playthrough I'll do it. Because I plan on actually using gospel duping in this at the end of this playthrough. Because this is going to be my folder decoder save file from now on. Look at all these swordy chips. Or viruses, I should say. Yeah, this is fine. I don't know why I was trying to switch up. Oh no, he can actually walk up to me and slash me now. Sucker. I love how you can just mess with those viruses just by walking up and down, but it kills your buster rank. The more steps you take, the lower your buster level goes. Oh no, more spiky virus. Heat VD. That chip just has a special place in my heart just because of Balnark 4. And I have 4 copies of it. That's awesome. It does so little damage in this game. No, it's only 50 in this game. The only decode chips I have are 4 cannons, 4 heat Vs, and 2 cold punches. Oof. That's not great. That's not a lot of folders. Or that's not a lot of chips, rather, in decode. This is it, right? I just gotta 1, 2, and then Guts Man. Oh, it doesn't delete both, but I did the math wrong. I did my math wrong. Oh, hey, Jonathan. I didn't see you. Sorry. I prefer Aquacust. I like Aquacust and Woodcust the most. Aquacust because it has, I think it does have like one of the faster charge attacks, which makes it easier to use your charge attacks in addition to using your chips in your folder. And I always use custom style because I use a lot of battle chips. So I usually prefer, I mean, you guys have seen in every single video that I've made, every folder decoder, every like all the videos, all the gameplay, every stream I've done where I've been playing this game, I always have extra custom slots, always. I think that having extra custom slots in Valorant games is one of the most important things in the game. I was trying to avoid that. I love using custom style. Custom style is one of my favorite ones, for sure. Actually, it is my favorite one. Custom style is my favorite. I don't know what my second favorite style is. I haven't used a lot of other styles. The funny thing is, I don't hate team style, but the only reason I use team style generally is because I'm collecting V4 Navi chips in Valorant 3. I don't use team style in this game because all it provides is, I think, 3 extra Navi chips in the folder, which could be really good for some folders, but then you lose out on having the extra chips in your custom window, and I put too much value in having chips in your custom window. Shield is your favorite too because they haven't figured out breaking yet. Yeah, what's that? That doesn't sound important at all. I've never used hub style in this game. I've actually never once used hub style in Valorant 4 because by the time you get access to it, I've already done everything I want to do in the game. Yeah, that's a good point. The charge attack for Aquacust being bubbler, but then the charge attack for heat style being a flamethrower that's not a chip at all. It's kind of funny, you gotta admit. It's kind of a haha moment. The flamethrower is pretty cool. Also, did you guys realize that they were very uncreative with the charge attacks on fire, on everything actually? Like, they did not, like, think about it. Valorant 2 and 3, the element styles had the exact same charge attack in both games, which is fine, right? Aqua style is a bubbler. Fire style is the 3-space flamethrower. Wood style is the wood attribute tornado, which is a chip in this game. And Elect Cross is Zap Ring. And then in Valorant 4, when they introduced double souls, the charge attacks of those 4 double souls are exactly the same as the 4 charge attacks for the styles in Valorant 2 and 3. Fire Soul has the flamethrower. Thunder Soul has the Zap Ring. Wood Soul has the Wood Tornado. And Aqua Soul has a bubbler. I don't think so. No, Tornado I think does exist in Valorant 3, if I'm not mistaken. But Valorant Balnark 2 has Tornado, but it also had 2 other chips as well. One of them was called Blower, and one of them was called, what was it? One of them was called Blower, and the other one was called something else. I don't remember what it is. But basically there's Tornado, which is just non-elemental. Then there's Blower, which I believe is Wood element, and then there's another one that's Fire element. Maybe I'll use those chips when I get to that point in the game. Yeah, I didn't love... Okay, so Aqua Style having Bubbler and Fire Style having Flamethrower made sense. I didn't love Thunder Soul's charge attack being the Thunder Soul's charge attack being the Zap Ring didn't make sense to me, nor did Wood Soul's charge attack being a Tornado definitely didn't make sense to me. But it's fine. It is what it is. They were just, you know, they were just using what they already had. There's nothing wrong with that, technically. He's about to area grab me for sure, for sure. There it is. Fire Sword coming in H is actually really nice because, again, Grass Stage later on in the game comes in H code. The Fire Stage chip that you can duplicate with the Gospel duplication glitch comes in H code. So Fire Sword comes in H code. Obviously, what's it called? Fire Soul comes in H code. Or, sorry. Fire Sword comes in H code. Heatman obviously comes in H code. And I think there's a couple of other fire chips. I think Fire Raton comes in. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize that I could not use attack plus 10 on Guard, but I guess that makes sense. Guard doesn't have an attack value. Alright, we're probably gonna leave this area soon. I haven't really gotten any chips I care about too much. One mainline Balnark game that does not use hub in any gameplay capacity whatsoever. Balnark 1 doesn't have any gameplay with hub, as far as I know. It's just, right? Balnark 1 doesn't have, it's just a cutscene, but I could be wrong about that. Balnark 3 hub is definitely part of cutscenes. Balnark 4, you definitely have hub patch. Balnark 6 hub patch is a giga chip. And Balnark 5 also had hub patch. Balnark 5, but I don't own the hub patch cards. Yeah, that's true. I actually played with I was using the hub patch card on a recent playthrough of Balnark 5. And then I put the game down for a little while and came back to it, and I was like in the mid game with only 200 max health, and I was just like, where is all my HP? Why is my HP 0? Balnark 5 has hub patch as a customizer program, yes. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check that. I will make sure. Hold on. The music's gonna die for a second because I'm gonna go on my PC. I'm still here. The game's gonna look frozen. It's okay. It might even be on it might be on the wrong screen. Hold on. I'm pretty sure hub patch was a customizer program. I'm wrong. Hub batch was not a customizer program in Balnark 5. Okay, so Balnark 5 then is the one that doesn't have any gameplay aspect with Hub. However, okay, so Battle 5 does not have HUD patch, but Hub does show up with his bare ass when you fight Nebula Gray. So story-wise, yes, Hub is still there. Gameplay-wise, no. But those are two different things. Static was Balnark 4. Static was in Balnark 4 and 5, but Static Star was only in Balnark 4. Static in Balnark 5 does not come in the Star Code, which is a huge hit to Dark Soul folders. Wait, after which cutscene do you get a Buster upgrade? Fire Sword F. Oh, does it do double damage on sand panels in 3? That's useful. I know it does double damage on element panels in most game. It does double damage on... Do you guys know that in Balnark 5, Tornado absorbs magnet panels? I found that out. I found that one out last week when I was playing Balnark 5. I had no idea about it until then. Where's my dad? Oh well, dad's gone. Go get the passport. What if I don't wanna? Hit the switch. I hate that. Why can't I just walk to the thing? I can't fight you anymore. Oh, after Hub cutscene. You think I remember that? I don't watch cutscenes when I play Balnark games. I just spam the select button and or start button in the Legacy collection. Anyways, I'm rich now, so let's start buying stuff up. And now all of a sudden my max HP is much higher. Let's just start buying stuff, because I have a lot of money now. The first thing they could have done was get rid of the HP drop. If you didn't lose HP for using dark chips, more people would have used them. The second thing they could have done is made more chips that were like available to Dark Mega Man that were easy to obtain. I don't want 1,000 pennies, I want 2,000. I don't want one longsword Y for sure. Oh, it's from Dad's desk you get the... Okay, I'll go back to do that. Before I go into the net areas. I need to go to the Yumland area. Oh, that would be so interesting. If Mega Man just didn't... Like Pokemon. Like if you overlevel a traded Pokemon and they stop listening to you, have Mega Man do the same thing. Or they could have just made it where if you... What they should have done... And I think this would have been interesting, and it would have been a nerf early on and a huge buff later on. What they could have done with Dark Chips is make it so that some of the, like if you're Dark Mega Man, make it so that you have bugs permanently, as though your Navi Customizer is bugged, even if it's not. Give him HP bugs, give him movement bugs, give him the Buster bug, all that stuff. Just because he's been using Dark Chips and his karma is low. Which is... obviously a detriment throughout the game, but then late game when you get access to your Giga Chips, then it becomes a benefit. So like having Mega Man like have bugs in battle automatically just because his karma is low, it would be the detriment to using Dark Chips early on in the game, but then when you get to the post game, it turns that detriment into a boon. It makes it so that you can now use folders that rely on you having bugs that you can use Bug Charge or Bug Curse. I can't open that because I don't have unlockers. Yeah, I don't have unlockers. Unfortunate. This is a shop too, right? I don't think I needed any of those. Alright, my HP's at 400. Very good. Getting a flat HP penalty, like when using Hub Style when you're in Dark Karma, would be enough. You know what I think they should have done? I think one thing that they also could have done to incentivize... Dude, that was an accident. I think what they could have done also to incentivize people to use Dark Chips is make it so that the HP loss is not permanent. Make a system where your opponent... make a system where you could get the health back. Have like something in the game that makes it so that not using... Like, we have... Like, there's the Soul Cleanse. Now you customize a program. They could have made it so that using the Soul Cleanse program makes it so that your health starts steadily going up by 1 whenever you don't use Dark Chips, in addition to like turning you back to Light Mega Man. Stuff like that would have been a good idea. But no, they just decided to go with permanent HP loss that you can never get back ever. So if you ever want to... So like, the permanent HP loss unfortunately makes it so that if you use more than 1 Dark Chip, you can't ever really go back into doing a light Mega Man run afterwards. Does this pierce? I don't think it does. Shoot. I forgot. I keep forgetting that this is a time freezing program advance. Not the dash attack chip. No. Would Mega Man technically be classified as a nobody in the Kingdom Hearts universe? I don't think so. Technically, the soul, the heart in Kingdom Hearts is technically a person's soul, I would say. And there's no indication that Mega Man doesn't have a soul. In fact, Mega Man X seems to imply that Reploids, even though they are machines, that they do have swords because they are living things. Because they're sentient, I should say. Is there anything here that's worth buying? I know that this guy has, okay, HP memory is pretty cheap. I know there's another fire plus 40 here. I think I could afford one of them, and I'm kind of not against buying the... I don't hate the idea of buying the Aqua Sword, it's just that I don't have anything else in Encode other than Fan, Recover, and Bronze Fist, and Zap Ring, and Fire Sword. Actually, there's a lot in Encode I have right now. Alright, let's buy the Fire Plus the 2 of the Aqua Swords and the HP memory. Alright, and now we're broke, but that's okay. Yeah, Battle.Narc 1's net was honestly disappointing. There was really nothing going on in the net in Battle.Narc 1. I refuse to play Battle.Narc 1 unless I have maps in front of me, because I cannot navigate the net in that game. Is this where I'm supposed to check in? Okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. Oh, I didn't forget. I'm just going to pick up the Silver Fist first, and then I'm gonna go to Yumland, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I still have dishes to do, and then I need to work on my video for tomorrow because it's not done yet because I'm a bad YouTuber that doesn't do his job. Man, I wish YouTube was my full-time job. I would be so much happier. Oh, it's examine his desk? That's okay. I'm already in here. I'm sure there's gonna be a mystery data here. Reg up. Nice. I think there was another one over here, actually. Nope, that was just a program I saw in the corner of my eye. I did not have to move back here. I mean, I can't make a living out of YouTube, but I think I'm doing alright. Move, dude. I need to interact with the desk. Oh, no. Hey, it didn't work. Hello? There's just a power-up chilling there? Alright, my attack is maxed out now. Oh, there it is. Cool. I don't shill crypto coins or groom people on Discord. Correct, I do not. Because A, I know that I'm well aware that crypto is a scam. And B, I am not disgusting. I try to be an actual decent human being that does not groom children because what do I look like? A Smash Bros player? Oh, okay, so I do play Super Smash Brothers, but I'm not a major tournament player. So brave. One of these days I'm gonna make a joke that gets me in so much trouble. Because I love making jokes like that. Listen, I'm not wrong. You guys, don't forget, there was that huge purge in the Smash Bros community back in, I think it was 2019. Huge purge because it was coming out that a lot of people in the Smash Bros, like a lot of prominent figures in the Smash community were like groomers and pedophiles. We will see your allegations shortly. Can't see my allegations. There are no allegations because I'm a good person. All I do is I work and I play video games. I ain't got time for... It's so funny because like me and my girlfriend have had conversations about how my girlfriend and I both know that neither of us would cheat on each other because we both said it's way too much work to cheat on someone. And we're both way too introverted and lazy to ever do that. It's like, I mean, I can cheat on my girlfriend, but like that would require me to actually like get out of bed and like interact with people. I don't want to do that. Like, why would I ever want to cheat on my girlfriend? A, she's amazing. And B, like interacting with other people? Ew. Hold on, kid. Did you say that you want Poison Mask and S code? Is that what you wanted, kid? I got you. Hold on. S code. Here, let me get rid of all these from this folder. Let me turn this into a L&B hybrid folder because I kind of want to start using the bubblers now and the tree bombs. And dash attack is always good. Here you go, kid. Yeah, you can have that stupid poison mask thing. I will gladly take the variable sword, guys. I don't know any of the command codes for this chip. Is that gonna be a problem? Ugh, people who need them. I know, right? People suck. Where am I going? Oh, I remember now what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to go to Yumland. Oh, if Sonic Boom is still left B, right B, then I'm good. That's the only code I ever knew. That's the only one my little pea brain was ever able to memorize. And it was the only one I ever needed because it has long range, and who doesn't love long range on swords? Double life sword, who needs that garbage? Getting closer to a double hero holder? Oh, that's true, you do actually fight Proto Man in Utopia. Oh god, I forgot about that. You fight Proto Man right before you fight Nightman. Well, it's a good thing I have like 16 copies of Invis Star right now. I'm gonna need them. I can't wait to look like an absolute pathetic, useless, garbage gamer when I go up against Proto Man. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Battle Network 2 and 3 Proto Man scares me. Like a lot. Oh, that's an unlocker. I don't have an unlocker right now. Alright, where's this Navi I need to talk to? Sparky! Come here, Sparky. Oh, I didn't expect them to go that way. Trot is that cool kid we all wanted to be as kids. I thought he was a bit arrogant when I was a kid. Like, yeah, we like Trot now, but like in Battle Network 1, he was kind of an asshole. Hello? That is not easy to hit, surprisingly. That, on the other hand. I love how the bunnies hop after you when they're gonna, like, they just start moving really fast up and down a column when they want to attack you. Alright, this guy has Rock Cube. Is Rock Cube even useful in this game? Does it do anything? Other than get used as fodder for Poltergeist? I feel like all it does is become fodder for Poltergeist. Oh yeah, he's so much slower in Battle Network 5. Don't get me wrong, he still kicks my ass in Battle Network 5, because I am just terrible at the video game sometimes. But I will say, Proto Man is way easier in Battle Networks 4, 5, and 6 than he was in 1, 2, and 3. That being said, you can push rock cubes with punches. Punches aren't as good as a regular one. Punches are not better than air shot. I want my air shot and nothing else to push my rock cubes. So if you guys ever did struggle, there's also a punch program advance with cold punch. I know, I saw that earlier when I was, oh god, I hit the wrong button again. I actually saw that earlier when I was looking at the program advances in the game. Ow. Shoot. Fire. I didn't fire. Okay. His final form in 6 is no joke. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna do you favors right now. Battle Network 3 Proto Man and Battle Network 6 Proto Man FZ. I got you guys. Okay. Put the controller down, because I don't want to get distracted. Battle Network 3. If you want to have an easy time of beating Proto Man in Battle Network 3, what you do, you stand in your back column, center row, you put down a rock cube in your middle panel. Oh, sorry, not rock cube, rook. Secret area 2 in green mystery datas, you could get rook into star code in Battle Network 3. So what you do is you put a rook in that center panel, you stand directly behind it. He can never hit you because his sonic slashes, which are very fast in Battle Network 3, the sonic booms will hit the rook and then fizzle out. When he step swords to attack you, he has to go either above you or below you because the rook is in the way, and so you have enough time to just move up or down to avoid the step sword. Putting rook in the center column, putting rook in the center panel, like the actual center panel, completely invalidates Proto Man in Battle Network 3. You're welcome for that. And if you want to beat him in Battle Network 6, Proto Man FZ, the combo is as follows. You guys have pen and paper? Write this down. You're going to use these 5 chips in this exact order. And I'm sorry, one of them is going to sound hilarious, but you know, it is what it is. You're going to use Going Rod, the one that makes the panels that push people backwards. Area Grab. Coming Rod, the one that makes the panels pull towards you. Double Point. Sensor 3. Put all of those in the center column. Watch them get obliterated. You're welcome. Alright, I found the dude I needed. these are the ways to just completely invalidate the fights, for the Proto Man fights in Valorant games. It's so fun. Oh wait, these guys don't move. Uh-oh. Actually, this is fine. Remember, kids, there are more program advances than Gator? Correct. There's Life Sword 3. That's it, that's all of them. The only program advances in this game are Gator and Life Sword 3. Nothing else of value. Nothing else important. Okay, well, that's enough of my rambling, guys. I will be back on Sunday night, most likely, guys. Go to Den 1. I'll do that later. I'll probably do that over the weekend. Have a good night, guys. I will see you back on Sunday night. Have a good weekend. Take care. Enjoy your Fridays. Thank you all for being here as always and keeping me entertained while I play this game. Because, like I said yesterday, I usually have like YouTube videos or something playing in the background while I'm playing Valorant games to like help me focus on the game. And having people in the chat to talk to honestly helps out a lot. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all on Sunday. Take care.